This is just some of the trail. You can see it's an old just open trail. There are a lot of sections that are actually quite closed in by brush, especially very spiky and scratchy stuff. And then this morning there's all been this yellow flower, which you can see right there. Lots of that has been encroaching on the path, and now it's these tall grasses. So. Alright, so I've turned off from Agua Dulce. I went to the Mexican restaurant, and this is called Vasquez Rocks. This is famous for some of the original Star Trek episodes. This is where some of the scenes were shot during those first episodes, or at least one scene was shot. Anyway, the trail actually goes right through the rocks, the area. So, yeah, they're quite cool. All these funny angles, and yeah, somehow the trail goes straight through it. So anyway, I'm gonna keep going. I've got to get through Vasquez Rocks, and then I've got to get to a tunnel that goes under one of the highways. One guy told me it was spooky, the spooky tunnel. I've got to get to the other side so I can find somewhere to camp tonight. Anyway, I have no idea where this trail is going, so anyway, I'll film a little bit of this, so at least you got an idea of where we are. Yeah, very cool. Anyhow, I'll keep going. But there in the distance you can see those really unique rock formations. This area is beautiful. Look at these rocks. Rock formations are just stunning in this almost little valley almost, or gully in here. Surrounded by these grasses. Really nice creek flowing. And then this we haven't witnessed until now. Just unbelievable greenery, and then steps, of course. What would a trail be without steps? At least sometimes. And but we're heading towards a tunnel that goes under the freeway. So anyway, this area is just amazing. Lots of martins are nesting in these rocks because they have so many holes. Anyway, really interesting spot. So, we get through this tunnel and find a spot to camp. Shouldn't be too far. quick overview of where I stayed last night. So there's the trail coming up. I'm going to be climbing, looks like for a fair part of the day. And rivers running through the center there where those tan reeds or grasses are. And there's a bunch of campsites here. Mine was way in the back on the left. It was a really nice spot, but man, it is foggy now. Wow, I've just come up onto a small bluff and 180, 360 degree view, sorry, of fog. Oh, there's the trail. I'm finally out of the clouds, and there the clouds below. So I'm going to be in the sun for a while. Who knows how long it'll be before that all burns off, but we're going to be up pretty high, so sunny. Had lunch. I'm trying to make the next 6 miles, so we've got about 3 to go. Anyway, this section's interesting. There's a lot of dead trees, but a lot of growth underneath, so it's quite pretty. Woke up at just a little camp. Little campsite, no one there, just me, relatively protected. I was really buried in some of the bushes down there. Yeah, the cloud has just settled in from yesterday and hasn't moved, so some of it may burn off, but this is how it looked all yesterday. So anything below about, I think about 4,000 feet, you're just in cloud, which would be interesting. Anyway, got a beautiful day, and birds are all out making a lot of noise, and I'm on my way. So I'm gonna see if I can get an 18-mile day and get a lot closer to leave me with just 32 miles or something to get to Wrightwood. So, just switched sides of the mountain. Just ran into a couple of people we met earlier during the turbines. Her name was Pickles and Mum of Pickles. So Mum of Pickles has been renamed to Popsicle. It was an Air Force pilot. Occasionally goes up to one of the peaks and hands out popsicles to people. So a bit of trail magic. Anyway, this has changed to a totally different type of forest after being in this really sandy section just after I got up to an intersection where there's a road that comes through. But yeah, so this is what the new section looks like. I'm not sure what type of trees they are, but yeah, it's nice hiking. It's flatter than the other stuff. We're really on the side of the mountain, so a little easier walking. Just stayed at a campsite. It's called a horse trail camp down by a little creek. Beautiful little spot actually. Ended up having about 8, 9 people in there. Some coming in quite late. Anyway, nice group, a couple of Czechs, a Dutch guy, I think a couple of Americans, an Aussie, a Kiwi, and a few other guys we didn't meet. But yeah, it was a really nice spot. It's got a beautiful area, got a creek running through here. Quite a lot of water, which is nice. And anyhow, I'm off towards Mount Baden-Powell. I'm trying to decide on what to do today. The guys summited Baden-Powell last night. They also said that it would be pretty impossible to do Southbound, so they also suggested it wasn't necessarily that great a trail today, and I'm going to have to get on the highway 2 to get through to that point. And so they're just suggesting that you get on highway 2 fairly early in the day, and I might be able to get all the way through to the car park of Baden-Powell today and maybe picked up by a trail angel today, so get into Wrightwood. It'll be a day early, so anyhow, I'll get the day started and I'll see where we get to. Beautiful little pine forest that we're going through. There's a couple of small creeks running through it. There's quite a lot of small creeks running down off the mountain. And anyway, I'm heading to mile 400. Just coming up at just a mile, so not totally sure where that fits in with our distances walked, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. Pacific Crest Trail actually heads down over there, but everyone's been advising me to just take for the road from this point. Otherwise, it just adds on an extra 2 miles to where I want to camp tonight. So anyway, I'm taking the road. So this is the start of my road bypass of Mount Williams and Mount Baden-Powell. It's like most of the people have done, if not a short section of this, a very long section of it around Baden-Powell and Mount Williams. So off we go. I'm about to find a camp spot somewhere down the road here that has picnic tables, so I'm going to go and have a very comfortable lunch there. Well, I'm partway down the road, heading to the frog habitat area. As you can see, this area is all burnt out, and there's quite a lot of poodle dog in there. So, as people have said, you're not missing anything by staying off the trail. Plus, we now have the fog rolling in from LA, and yeah, so it's getting a little chilly now. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going to get to that cutout for the frog habitat, and I may keep going a little further depending on how long it takes me. That is Sandy and the man. Sandy's just two and a half years old. He said he calls her a mocha lab. But she looks exactly like Alaska, and just a little younger, a little shorter. Beautiful girl. Tons of energy. Anyway, they've just come down from Baden-Powell, which looked like hell for him. He said it pretty much was. It took everything he had. He's got ice axe, crampons and microspikes, so he said he's gonna be very happy to get rid of it. All right, looks like I'm about the detour of where the frog habitat was, and so I'm probably going to be staying on the road from this point on until I get to Wrightwood. This is just like the creepy highway. The fog is just absolutely blowing over the top of the hills across the highway, and I can't see more than 100 yards ahead. Of course, far out as it's been just not working properly, so I don't really know where exactly I am, but as long as I keep going, I'll hit another parking lot for another trailhead. So I've probably got about 10 or 15 miles to go till I can be picked up to go to Wrightwood. Alright, first large amount of snow, and right adjacent to a tunnel that I've got to walk through, which is interesting. I don't know how long it is. No, it's not too long. Looks like there's 2 tunnels, so I'll work my way through, see if I can find a car parking on the side. I'm still walking the road. I should hit Inspiration Point. I'm not sure if it's open to Vincent Gap, so I should hit that in about another 4 hours. And Steph and Zachary, the guy she's at Airbnb, she's staying. She's gonna come pick me up. Anyway, this is this morning's views. Very misty mountains. One of those there is Mount Baden-Powell, probably up there, which you can't see because of the mist. And I'm walking around it just to the pickup. Everyone's advised not to go over Baden-Powell from the south. It's too sketchy, so I'm going to get into Wrightwood and see how Steph is, and maybe tomorrow I'll do a day hike up Baden-Powell. Anyway, I'll get going so I can get to meet Steph and get down, have a shower, something to eat.
Huh?